Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, again, I'm the author of this novel, which is called What's Going On by Jerry Cherneski. And really, what is going on? It's kind of interesting as I talk today about our budget that was just passed a couple of days ago and just some of the things that I've been looking at. And I'm going to read a couple of things today simply because I have to make sure I get everything straight. One of the things in this budget that's mentioned is called halal or HALAL mortgage. And this is mentioned in this report. The budget, incidentally, has 430 pages. So when we hear things about the deficit that the government is going to be spending, et cetera, those are all things that are kind of common in this budget. But if you read through the actual budget, you got to go through 430 pages. One of the things mentioned in there that I haven't seen any of our news sources telling us is called the HALAL mortgage, and that's specifically geared towards Islamic law or the Sharia. And basically, Muslim, under their religion, they cannot pay interest. So if they're going to buy a home or anything else, they can't pay interest. So there has to be ways of getting around this so that they can do this. And there's banks, for instance, I looked it up in Britain and some of those places that have accommodated this, and apparently Hitler and Singh are going to be looking this further into the fall. So it's something to keep our eye on, ladies and gentlemen. The halal mortgage, HALAL. A couple of other things that I kind of dug up from this report or this financial statement is something geared towards the World Economic Forum. And again, I'm reading this. It's called to be compliant with the World Economic Forum. Keep this in your mind, WEF. It's a global tax of 15% on what Trudeau and Singh are calling critical products, whatever that is. So again, things are going to be more expensive. There again, this is somewhere in the middle of this report. So please take a look at this part, which is the World Economic Forum. Another tax in there that hasn't been mentioned is called the FACT, F-A-C-T tax, which is on fuel, alcohol, cannabis, and tobacco. So we can look at those kind of things going up. The third thing that was mentioned is going to be a tax on only wealthy Canadians. But this tax is going to be on landowners, companies, and individuals. So where does this end? Who is considered wealthy? Who does Trudeau consider wealthy? Is it someone making $200,000 a year, $1 million a year, or does he consider someone wealthy maybe making $50,000 or $60,000 a year? The promise is that it's supposed to be only on wealthy Canadians. So when we take a look at what's happening today, the government has again given no indication, of when. There's no indication of when we're going to try to balance the budget. That doesn't seem very important. As I looked it up this morning, our debt is $1,222,000,000. I mean, $1,222,000,000,000. We're growing in debt by approximately $110 million a day, which means every 9 days, Canada is another $1 billion in the hole. Ladies and gentlemen, please check some of these things out. It's something that we should be keeping our eye on about this halal tax, the World Economic Forum tax, if you can even believe this. We're going to be giving money or somehow taxing something for the World Economic Forum. Ladies and gentlemen, please look into this. Tell your friends about it. Tell your friends about my podcast. It's on YouTube under Jerry Cherneski. This is probably going to be about my 5th session doing this. So ladies and gentlemen, keep an eye on things. Have a great day. God bless all of you. Goodbye.